In the headlines, the Central Mass Mobilization Commission summarizes work in 2021 and disseminates missions for 2022. Cần Thơ People's Procuracy propagates Procuracy work in 2022. The Party Committee of Cần Thơ City Public Security reviews party work in 2021 and disseminates missions and orientations for 2022. Hello, it's great to see you again here in this edition of Cần Thơ News and Top News Today. On the morning of January 13, the Central Mass Mobilization Commission organized a national online conference to summarize its work in 2021 and disseminate missions for 2022, which were broadcast to 63 localities nationwide. Attending the function in Cần Thơ City was Standing Vice Secretary of Cần Thơ Municipal Party Committee cum Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Council Phạm Văn Hiếu. In 2021, mass mobilization work continued to be renewed in terms of contents and forms. In particular, in the prevention and control of the COVID-19 pandemic, the sector has mobilized people to respond to the implementation of preventive measures, mobilized social resources along with the mass mobilization system with many creative ways, and formed many practical pandemic control models. Authorities at all levels pay attention to leading and directing the implementations of the government's mass mobilization work, especially the implementation of social security policies, supporting pandemic-struck workers and employers, strengthen the implementation of grassroots democracy regulations, dialogued with the people, and promoted administrative reform. Guidelines and policies on ethnicity and religious work were focused to be implemented. The armed forces played a pivotal role in the Own People movement to protect national security and national sovereignty, and were the frontline folks in the prevention and control of the COVID-19 pandemic. The Fatherland Front and socio-political organizations have focused on launching many emulation movements and campaigns, contributing to consolidating the strength of national unity. On the same morning, the Central Organization Committee convened the National Online Conference to review party construction work in 2021 and set forth orientations and missions for 2022 under the chair of Head of the Central Organization Committee, Trung Thị Mai. In 2021, amidst the unpredictable developments at home and abroad and multiple COVID-19 outbreaks nationwide, greatly affecting the socio-economic situation and people's lives, the entire party construction sector closely adhered to the resolution of the 13th National Party Congress, the resolutions of party congresses at all levels, the direction of the Central Executive Committee, the Party Bureau, and the Secretariat. Party committees at all levels continued to renew working style, promoting good points and overcoming difficulties, and striving to complete a great volume of assigned missions, like consulting the preparations and organizations of the election of deputies to the 15th National Assembly and People's Council at all levels for the 2021-2026 term, the dissemination of assigned projects and reports, among other party construction tasks. In 2022, the Central Organization Committee set out a number of key tasks, such as advising on the synchronous implementation of all stages in personnel work, continuing to renovate and perfect the organizational apparatus and improve the operational efficiency of the political system, promoting party building and rectification, among other missions. Cần Thơ People's Procuracy on the morning of January 13 organized a conference to propagate Procuracy work in 2022. Attending the functions was Head of the Internal Affairs Board of the Municipal Party Committee Nguyễn Tòng Nhiệm, Vice Chairman of Cần Thơ City People's Council Nguyễn Thành Đông, and Standing Vice Chairman of the City People's Committee Dương Tấn Hiển, along with representatives of concerned departments and sectors and Cần Thơ People's Procuracy. In 2021, with the core missions of promoting procuratory work for suspended or adjourned cases, Cần Thơ City People's Procuracy has timely grasped, disseminated, and organized the good implementation of party and state guidelines, promulgated specific and practical directive documents closely associated with the resolutions of the Municipal Party Committee and Cần Thơ City People's Council, shown proactiveness in COVID-19 prevention and control. As a result, Cần Thơ City People's Procuracy accomplished all 8 targets assigned by the National Assembly in 2021. The core missions in 2022 of Cần Thơ City's People Procuracy are to strictly implement the directives and resolutions of the party and the National Assembly. The directives of the Supreme People's Procuracy will implement the task of preventing injustice, promoting procurators' responsibility in the investigation, and accomplished professional targets, among others. Previously, on the morning of January 12, the Party Committee of Cần Thơ City Public Security organized a conference to review the party work in 2021 and disseminate missions and orientations for 2022. In 2021, the Party Committee of the City Public Security has proactively adhered to the leadership and direction of the Central Public Security Party Committee and Cần Thơ Municipal Party Committee, organized the effective implementation of Party Committee and force construction, ensuring safety and order in the area. The unit focused on implementing breakthrough core mission groups determined in the resolution on public security work in 2021 and gained good achievements. Political and ideological education work received attention. The upholding of security, order, and social safety had positive accomplishment. Administrative management on social order continued to be promoted. Traffic accidents lessened in 3 aspects. Fire prevention and fighting gained good results, among other accomplishments. In 2021, the Party Committee of the City Public Security led the accomplishments and surpassing of all 25 resolution targets, organized 40 social security programs worth totally of over 20 billion Vietnam dong, offered 120 tons of rice, over 130 tons of vegetables, medical equipment and supplies, donated 1,000 blood units for local hospitals, and patronized 22 children orphaned by the COVID-19 pandemic. The City Public Security was presented the first level for the Land Defense Order and the second level Feed Order and the government's emulation flag. In 2022, the Party Committee of the City Public Security set forth specific orientation, serving political missions, ensuring national security, upholding social security and order, serving socio-economic development, contributing to effectively implement the resolutions on piloting certain special mechanisms and policies to develop Cần Thơ City, recently passed by the 15th National Assembly in its extraordinary section. In other news, on January 13 morning, representatives of the Party Committee and the military headquarters of Cần Thơ City, led by Vice Secretary of the Party Committee, cum Commissar Colonel Phạm Ngọc Quang, visited and offered their greetings to the armed forces of the city stationed in Cờ Đỏ district on the occasion of the Lunar New Year 2022. The delegation visited and offered their wishes to officials and soldiers of Cờ Đỏ District Military Command, Cần Thơ City People Military Hospital, the Military Command of Đông Thắng Commune, and the shooting range in the Mekong Delta region. At the destination, the representative of the Party Committee and military headquarters of the city, Colonel Phạm Ngọc Quang, valued the efforts made to overcome challenges in 2021 of officials, soldiers, and physicians. Amidst the complicated developments of the COVID-19 pandemic, officials and soldiers of the units were the frontliners that joined localities in pandemic containment will accomplish their assigned missions. As the Lunar New Year approaches, the Commissariat of the City Military Headquarters expressed the faith and wish that the armed forces and physicians of the City People Military Hospital would promote the achievements, be ready in mission accomplishment, ensure peace and safety in the station area, living up to the names of Uncle Ho's soldiers. On January 13 morning, the delegation of the Naval Zone 5 High Command and certain cities and provinces came to visit and give their wishes to the forces stationed in Hòn Chuối Island in Area No. 1 in Sông Đốc Town, Trần Văn Thời District in Cà Mau Province. In the past year, officials and soldiers of the radar station under the Navy Force have strived to well accomplish their missions in the context of the COVID-19 prevention and control. Outstandingly, the unit has implemented smart mobilization models to strengthen the people-soldier relationship, thereby supporting islanders with 2,000 liters of fresh water and over 200 kilograms of rice to disadvantaged people, the maintenance of houses and ocean cleanup. The delegation delightedly acknowledged the results of the officials and soldiers at the radar station and the forces stationed in Hòn Chuối Island, while offered their presents to officials and soldiers at the radar station, the border guard station, the lighthouse station, the self-managed defense station, and the affectionate classroom hosted by Major Trần Đình Phục. And now, as usual, let's have a look at the updated weather forecast. The weather forecast is also wrapped up this edition of Cần Thơ News. To watch our bulletins again, please go online and log on to our website at canthtv.vn. And now, thank you so much for tuning in. Goodbye and see you next time.